I can't wait for spring to come.
What is so special about the spring?
The weather is warm in the spring.
It is also warm in the summer.
There are mosquitoes in the summer.
There are no mosquitoes in the fall.
But fall isn't warm like summer is.
And winter is even colder.
That's why I think spring is the perfect season.
I think I prefer the summer.
What about the mosquitoes?
I'll wear bug repellent. I won't be in town this weekend.
Neither will I.
I'm going on a camping trip. What are you doing?
I will be visiting my grandma.
I think camping will be more fun.
Why don't you take me with you?
I don't think your parents will allow it.
You are probably right. I want to go.
I'll bring you back a souvenir.
I don't want it. I want to go too.
You can't always get what you want.
I hope you get eaten by a bear. Mom, are there animals in the forest?
Yes, there are many different kinds.
Then why haven't we seen any?
They are probably hiding.
Why are they hiding?
Animals are afraid of people.
Maybe if we hold still, they will come out.
Why is that?
They will think we are trees.
I think they will know we're not trees.
Can we try it and see?
No, dear. Let's keep walking. I would like to have a garden.
Planting a garden is a lot of work.
But then you grow beautiful flowers.
Plastic flowers don't die, and they are also beautiful.
Plastic flowers don't have a scent.
You can spray them with perfume.
Perfume doesn't really smell like flowers.
It does if you buy the right kind.
It is expensive to buy perfume and plastic flowers.
I suppose you are right.
Will you help me plant my garden?
I don't think I have any other choice. Why are you spraying pesticides?
To kill the insects in the garden.
Not all insects are bad.
They are ruining my vegetables.
You should buy the right kind of poison.
What do you mean?
Some poisons kill bees.
That's all right. Bees sting people.
Without bees, your garden will not have fruit.
Why is that?
Bees pollinate the flowers so fruit can grow.
Help me pick out a pesticide that is safe for bees. Have you ever heard of poison ivy?
Isn't that a supervillain?
I wouldn't know. Tell me more.
I once read about poison ivy in a comic book.
Oh no, that's not what I'm talking about.
Then what did you mean?
I was talking about the plant.
Is it the one that makes you itch?
Yes, I fell into a patch of it.
Did you wash it off?
Yes, but it still itches.
The poison ivy I think of is better than the poison ivy. I want to take off my shirt.
Why would you want to do that?
My shoulders hurt from yesterday.
What happened yesterday?
I went to the beach.
Are you sore from swimming?
No, I didn't go swimming.
Then what happened?
I fell asleep without a shirt on.
Then you must have bad sunburn.
I do. My shirt makes it worse.
It's too bad we're in school. Aren't waterfalls beautiful?
I think they're terrifying.
Why do they scare you?
People fall off them all the time.
Do they live?
Of course not.
As long as you don't swim in them, you're safe.
They are still dangerous.
People are the ones who make the danger.
I suppose you're right.
Do you still think they're terrifying?
A little, but they're beautiful too. The forecast said it would rain tomorrow.
Why do you sound so excited?
We have a big PE test tomorrow.
I didn't know that.
We have to run 10 kilometers.
I think that is next week.
Then what are we doing tomorrow?
I think we will be playing street hockey.
Hockey is my favorite sport.
Too bad it may rain.
I hope it doesn't rain after all.
You've changed your mind very quickly. Does it snow in your hometown?
Sometimes, when it's very cold.
I've never seen snow. What is it like?
Sometimes it's white, fluffy, and looks like clouds.
That sounds so romantic.
Other times, it is wet and slushy.
Can you use it to make snowballs?
Only the fluffy snow.
Why not the slushy snow?
Those snowballs would hurt.
I thought that all snowballs hurt.
No, if you use freshly fallen snow. That cloud looks like a horse.
No, it doesn't. It looks like a cloud.
You're supposed to use your imagination.
It still looks like a cloud.
Try to see another shape in it.
All right, let's look at a different cloud.
I think that one looks like a hippo.
I don't see a hippo.
What do you see then?
I see a cloud.
I told you to use your imagination.
In that case, I see a cotton ball.
Which is the lightning and which is the thunder?
Lightning lights up the sky.
What about the thunder?
Thunder makes the big booming noise.
I thought they both made noise.
No, only thunder makes noise.
Can people be hit by thunder?
No, people can only be hit by lightning.
Do you think they get magical powers?
That is impossible.
Such things happen in movies all the time.
You watch too much television. Put the rock back where you found it.
But I like the rock, Mommy.
So do the animals that live here.
The animals have many rocks. I just want one.
But animals need the rocks, and you don't.
What do they need them for?
Some animals make their homes with rocks.
Very small animals?
Yes, you might be taking someone's ceiling.
I don't want to ruin their homes.
Good. Please put it back.
I'll go leave it where I found it.
What was that sound?
What sound?
It sounded like a whistle.
I didn't hear anything.
The sound came from you.
I admitted I made the sound.
How did you do that?
I made a whistle with a blade of grass.
Teach me how to do it.
Why do you want to learn?
I want to surprise my sister when I get home.
You're a mean older sister. I think I stepped on a snail.
Did you feel something crunch under your shoes?
Yes, it feels disgusting.
Clean your shoes on the grass.
There are snails everywhere.
They like to eat the plants here.
Do they make holes in the leaves?
Yes, they make a lot of holes in the leaves.
If they were faster, maybe they could hunt for food.
What could they hunt? They have no teeth.
Neither does my grandma.
Your grandma is not a snail. I wish I were a bird.
I think being a cat would be better.
But birds can fly.
Well, cats can climb,
Birds fly higher than any cats can climb.
and yet cats eat birds all the time.
That's only when the bird is sleeping.
You just don't want to admit cats are better.
I know why you want to be a cat.
Why do I want to be a cat?
Cats sleep all day, and so do you.
At least cats can sleep without being eaten. Do you think wolves are like dogs?
No way. Wolves are vicious.
A man on TV lived with wolves for many years.
Didn't they eat him?
No, he is still alive and he loves wolves.
That is so amazing.
Maybe people have the wrong idea about them.
Probably. They're always bad in children's books.
I've never heard of a wolf eating a person in a real life.
Neither have I.
I think I like wolves.
I still don't think they're like dogs, though.
Do you like visiting natural places?
Yes, I do. Being close to nature helps me release stress and worry.
What's the most impressive natural scenery you've ever seen?
That's the horseshoe of the Colorado River in Arizona. It's such a great scenic place on Earth.
When did you see it?
I visited the place last summer holiday.
Who went with you?
I went there with my family. We camped near the place.
What's special about it?
I'm fond of the great nature there. It's a horseshoe-shaped meander of Colorado River.
How has it changed recently?
It doesn't change much, actually.
What's the next natural scenery you would like to visit?
My next destination would be the Maroon Bells in Colorado. I fell in love with mountain ranges and yellow flowers there.
What can people get from visiting natural places?
People will get closer to Mother Nature. Children have more motivation to discover the world around them.
What are some famous natural attractions in your country?
There are many, such as Death Valley, Niagara Falls, the Redwoods, and the Grand Canyon, to name a few.
What's the weather like in your country?
Well, there are 4 seasons: spring, summer, fall, and winter, which vary considerably in characteristics.
What kind of weather do you like?
I enjoy hot weather. There are more things to do when it's sunny. I love swimming and sunbathing.
What months have the best weather in your country?
I believe it depends. For me, the best weather is from June to August when it's warm across the country.
Do you like it when it rains?
Not at all. I hate raining.
How does the weather affect your feelings?
I usually have a bad mood when it rains. The rain reminds me of sad memories.
How has the weather changed recently?
Due to global warming, the weather has become more and more unpredictable. It's boiling hot in summer and freezing cold on winter days.
Do you usually watch the weather forecast?
No, not very often.
What's your favorite season? Why?
Let's see. I love spring when trees and flowers blossom.
What do you like to do when it's windy?
When it's windy, I like flying a kite with my friends. That's interesting.
How many kinds of pollution are there?
There are many types of pollution: land, water, noise, air, light, thermal pollution.
What type of pollution is popular in your country?
The most popular one is water pollution, I guess.
Have you ever littered?
Yes, I have. But when I was taught the lesson of protecting Mother Nature, I quit littering.
What can you do to help prevent pollution?
Reduce and reuse whatever I can to eliminate the amount of waste is what I can do to prevent pollution.
What does the government do to encourage people to protect the environment?
They organize some campaigns to raise the awareness of people. Everything should start from education.
Are people in your country aware of the environmental issues?
Yes, they are. They care about what happens to the environment around them.
Is there any law to enforce people to protect the environment?
Yes, the environment law states punishments to people doing harm to the environment.
I worry about the rainforest.
Why about the rainforest? It is far away.
It is the home of many animals and plants.
Why is it in danger?
It's getting smaller every day to make more space for farming and the paper industries.
Why do farms need more space?
The world needs more soy or palm oil.
Is it really that bad?
Yes, it is. About 200,000 acres are destroyed every day.
That is a lot. Now I understand why you worry. What are fossil fuels?
They are natural fuels formed in the past like coal or natural gas.
Is oil a fossil fuel?
Yes, petroleum is a fossil fuel.
Why do people not like them?
Because they produce CO2 and pollution when they are burned.
Is that the only reason?
Nature is also destroyed when they are extracted.
Then why do we use them?
Because we can produce energy very cheaply with them.
You mean we burn coal and petroleum to produce electricity?
Yes, most of our electricity comes from fossil fuels. I'm considering getting an electric car. What do you think about them?
I'm not sure. I like the idea of using electricity instead of gas.
Me too. But I read that they emit more emissions when produced.
And you need to use electricity from renewable energies.
Yes, I read that too. Only when you use energy from renewable sources does an electric car make a difference.
I think the biggest problem is the batteries. They still need improvement, but more people buying one will increase pressure on the companies.
I guess you're right. And my electricity comes from a green provider.
Do you plan to drive long distances with the car?
No, not really. I just need it to get to work and run errands.
The infrastructure for electric cars is also constantly improving. I think you should go for it.
Thank you for all your input.
Did you hear? There was an oil spill last week from the new pipeline.
Again? I think companies have to do better to protect the environment.
I agree. Many pollute the nature around them.
They should not be allowed to pollute the environment.
I don't understand why they can get away with it.
Me neither. They should be responsible for every part of production.
They make a profit while polluting the environment, and the taxpayer has to clean it up.
It makes me sad that all they care about is money.
Me too. All the animals, plants, and even humans will suffer from this oil spill.
But what can we do?
We have to let the company and the government know that we are not happy.
Good idea. I will try to organize a local talk.
Do you think climate change is already affecting us?
Yes, there are studies that show changes in the last 30 years.
Why in the last 30 years?
Climate is defined as a period of at least 30 years. So, to be able to look at changes, we have to look at the last 30 years.
That's interesting. I didn't know that. And what actually changed?
Many things have been changing. Glaciers and ice caps are melting, and storms are becoming more intense.
But is that really so bad?
We don't really know. Humans have adapted to climate in agriculture and many other areas. Fast changes are difficult to adapt to.
I'm not sure I understand. Can you give an example?
For example, less rain and more droughts. Farmers will have to change what they produce because their old crops won't get enough water anymore.
That makes sense. My uncle is a corn farmer and highly specialized. I don't think he could just change his whole farm without losing a lot of money.
And that is just one example. That's why many people are scared.
What is the difference between mitigation and adaptation technologies?
Adaptation technologies help people adapt to the changes in weather, like rainfall or droughts.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Drip irrigation is a good example. Farmers adapt to having less rainfall and only drip water directly on the plant.
And what about mitigation technologies?
They are trying to limit or prevent the emission of greenhouse gases to mitigate climate change.
That makes sense. Then solar panels would be a mitigation technology?
Yes, but also better insulation in homes or cooking stoves that use less energy.
I guess we will really need those technologies in the future, right?
If the climate continues to change this fast, we will definitely need to adapt.
I'm considering investing in solar panels to save money on my utility bill.
And while you're saving money, you're also mitigating climate change. You should do it.
I feel sorry for the people living close to the ocean.
Why? Because of climate change?
Yes. With rising sea levels and more intense storms, they are in danger.
I think it's a complex issue. In many places, humans are also directly responsible for some of the dangers.
What do you mean?
For example, through the deforestation of mangrove forests. The mangroves used to be a natural barrier against storms.
I didn't know that. Where do mangroves grow?
They grow, for example, in Asia. And lots of them have been cut down. People in these areas now suffer more from storms and floods.
I see. I guess it's easier to just blame climate change instead of looking at the actual problem.
But you are also right. They will probably suffer even more once climate change comes into full effect.
Makes sense. Once the sea level actually significantly rises, they really have no protection.
Do you recycle?
No, I just throw everything in one trash can.
Why don't you recycle?
I don't know. I don't think recycling is doing much.
What do you mean?
A lot of our recycling is being burned or shipped abroad to developing countries.
That is true, but not all of it is being burned or shipped away.
Maybe. I just don't want to waste my time with sorting trash when it doesn't get recycled anyways.
But if nobody recycles, nothing will ever change.
Maybe you're right.
I think you should start recycling.
I will think about it. I guess doing nothing will change nothing.
I'm really happy that many countries ban the use of plastic bags.
Why? They are so convenient.
They are convenient, but they also create a lot of pollution when they are produced, as well as a lot of trash.
I don't think a plastic bag or two really matters. They get recycled.
If everybody uses just a couple of bags a week, then that makes more than 100 bags a year.
But so what? As long as they get recycled, then I don't see the problem.
But they don't always get recycled, and even if they do, it uses a lot of energy. And plastic can't be infinitely recycled like glass.
I don't know. I haven't really thought about it that way.
Many people don't. That's why the ban on plastic bags is great. It makes people think.
You do have a point. I guess I'm just too lazy to bring my cotton bags with me every time I go shopping.
I just bring a big box. It's much easier to carry my groceries anyways.
You are like my voice of reason. I'll have to make a bigger effort. What is the weather going to be like today?
It looks like it's going to rain.
Oh no. I thought it was going to be nice.
The forecast said it's going to be rainy and cold all weekend.
We were going to have a barbecue, but maybe we should do it another time.
The weather has been really unpredictable lately.
I really hope that it won't rain. Yesterday it was sunny and warm.
Maybe it will be better next week.
I sure hope so. This summer has been very rainy so far.